Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Rums. Welcome to the channel. You can see on the screen I have 2 soul stones and I'm not afraid to use them, and that's just what we're going to do today. We're going to use them and test them out and see if I made the right decision. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so we have 2 soul stones that I want to use. And I was waiting to use 2 of them because I have 2 heroes in mind that I want to use them on. That are my kind of my main priorities right now. So what I'd like to do the most in this game is push my Guild Boss 1 score and push my Guild Boss 2 score. A lot of the other content really kind of comes easy to me at this point, but I really enjoy Semra specifically and Guild Boss 1 as well. Just trying to push those scores and seeing what these heroes can do and what we can do on the account. It's really exciting to me. I really enjoy doing these things. And since everything is kind of cleared for the most part, because of the current status of my account, everything else comes easy. So being able to push these scores is kind of like where I start to get to my entertainment now. I also really do enjoy pushing the Immortal Codex scores, even beyond like SSS. How far can I get up on the leaderboards, things like that. Now, for this test today, we're just going to be messing around with Guild Boss 1, and let's go over the 2 heroes that I'm considering using them on. The first one is Lust. Lust is an excellent hero. She's an exclusive hero. I prefer to use these soul stones on exclusives. That's kind of like my main priority. They're really hard to get. The other ones that you could use them on is somebody like Init or heroes that you just have a really hard time getting any more of. But I do prefer going for rarity versus just strength or count progression, because at this point I don't really have to worry about it for the most part. She's kind of lackluster right now on Guild Boss 1 for me. She hits, I don't know, always like somewhere between like 140 to 150, and I have other heroes that are popping 200, and she's only Awaken 3, I should say only, but she is Awaken 3. In Awaken 4 she starts to do 6 lashes in a row instead of 4. So on her punishing pace during the ultimate, deals 40% more damage, and each basic attack lands 4 lashes in a row, lasting for 20 seconds. It is going to end up switching over to hitting 6 lashes in a row, which should equal up to like about 30% more damage. Hopefully putting her at that 200 mil range, but the question is, do I really need it? Now, I don't use her in Guild Boss 1, and I don't plan on it. Twyla is a 200 million kind of hero. 150 to 200 million, somewhere in that range. She hits for a lot of damage. And then we have Kigiri in here, who, as long as he's awakened level 3, he's doing roughly 200 million damage for me. But he's the other option. Taking him into A5 was gonna hopefully increase his damage by an immense amount. That's what we're here to find out. I'm not really sure how much it's gonna be. I know the big awakening for Guild Boss and using it on Guild Boss 1 is gonna be Awaken 3. Because you're going to go from like 120 million all the way up to like 200. So it's like a massive change taking him to Awaken level 3. But then Awaken level 4, he gets some penetration. Awaken level 5, he's going to get himself the ability to always trigger Swallow Counter. And Swallow Counter is that attack he does on the way back. So when Sweeping Strike and Ember Strike end, there's a 25% chance to immediately launch an additional or identical strike in the opposite direction. The strike cannot trigger the effect again. So it becomes a 25% chance to doing it every single time. So he's basically just doubling up his ultimate, which is already doing a ton of damage in the first place. There is another little thing that's going to be going on today. I have the ability to bring up his exclusive artifact by 2 levels. I picked one up. I'm going to pick one up in the shop, and I have one from collecting Mythic Artifact Essence Shards from Semra and the shop occasionally. A lot of times I'll go in here, where is it? I think it's the guild shop. Yep, guild shop. We have a Mythic Artifact Shard. It's a slow process, but I did manage to actually pull Hex's last exclusive artifact, brought his artifact to maximum level. So now I can kind of start working on Kigiri's, which is like my favorite hero. So that is definitely what I'm going to be doing. And then I am going to be picking this up right now, which is you use the legendary awakening tokens to get yourself any of these rewards in the shop. And I'm not really interested in too many of the heroes that show up in the pool right now, besides Arrogance if he shows up, and I think we should be okay to pick that up if I need to. So right now I think the Mythic Artifact Essence is going to be having a lot of value for my account. So I just picked it up. So that gives me 2. I'm gonna apply those after our test in Guild Boss 1. But first we're gonna start with an A3 Kigiri. We have 972,000 BP, and there's a few other things that have also happened with my account. One is I just did all my crafts, and I managed to get Dolores up to 13.2k attack and 28.5% rage regen in her exclusive set, so she now has Wings of Grace. You can see the pieces aren't amazing, and this is going to be really funny because we got that kind of attack, and I'm running this, a flat attack, Wings of Grace Bangle with attack bonus on it. So, I mean, we're not running anything really crazy, but the main deal here is going to be increases the chance of rage regen from Merciful Beauty by 20%. And for Merciful Beauty, what that is the ability that 50 seconds after being deployed, permanently increases basic attacks, healing multiplied by 5%, that doesn't really matter. Graceful Dancing will have a 50% chance to increase the hero's rage by 300 when it ends. Now, it's 50% chance here. It's going to go up to 80% with her Awakening. And then when you add her exclusive artifact, it goes up to 100%. So it kind of removes the RNG out of Dolores' kit, which is really nice. I really wish this was a little bit nicer, but we're still over 13.2k. I'm happy with that. That's plenty for me. Now, for artifact, we are going to be running in a Golden Scarab. Now, Kigiri's gear is the one I'm going to show you because I am definitely taking Kigiri to Awaken 5. Just my all-out favorite hero in the game. I love the way he does all his damage. I love the idea of his storyline, the lore. The skin is awesome. Everything about him. The way he sheathes is awesome. So, onto his gear. We are running a total stats of 20.9k attack with 377% crit damage. Now, I do have his rage regen up really high. Over 60% is ideal. Make sure that he can come back and use his sheath when he needs to. We're running crit damage, attack speed, crit rate, attack bonus with rage regen. Attack bonus, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage with rage regen. This piece could be a little bit nicer. Attack speed, crit rate, attack bonus with rage regen, crit damage main. On the left side is crit rate, crit damage, attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, attack bonus. Now, I could definitely build him a little bit, more hefty if I really pushed for gear and used some refining stones and stuff, but I think his build is really nice as it is. It's plenty for what we're using it for. His artifact is only level 10, but we will add that after awakening to level 5, and then I'll do one more test round after that. Now the cool thing is, because Dolores' RNG is no longer an issue, I can just run auto battles to show you these results. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the baseline test. I will be using extra stones, but that's okay. I'll have to burn some diamonds for that. I'm going to run a baseline test. And I'm going to go into a time lapse and just let this fight play out, and I'll come back to you with the results. Alright, so here we come up in the last 10 seconds here. Nice, I don't even have to worry about putting in time lapse and editing. 101.6k blood. Very nice results. I think Twyla actually has a little bit of RNG in her kit. Rage regen in there. So there's an chances of her being kind of finicky is possible. Anyways, with the stats here, coming in with Hex at 270 million. We have Kigiri at 221 million. That is extremely respectable. The fact that, you know, Hex is really hard to keep up with. He's, I think, the closest you can get, as far as I know. We have Silas here at 156, Violet at 139. She definitely fell short there for some reason. I don't think her ultimate was activating a few times when it should have been. Then we have Yovar here at 121. But Kigiri roughly goes from like 200 million to 220 million. Now the next test, I'm just going to go ahead and awaken him to level 5. And then we're just going to rerun the fight on auto. Let's get him awakened. We have awakened 4, using that penetration. Plus 8%. No regrets. No turning back now. How could I regret it? No turning back. No turning back. There you go. Kigiri is awakened, level 5. Let's take a look at his BP ones. 94k. So he's not really a BP monster. He never has been. Let's run another test here. I'm gonna let it go through the same way I did just last time. Auto fight, and I'll see you right back after the time lapse. Alright, here we go on the last 5 seconds here. Definitely see a new high score going on there. 107k blood. Nice. It's a nice increase. It is. But the question is, who's responsible for it? Is it just all Kigiri, or did Twyla make a difference too? Now, typically I hit about 105k, 103 to 105k if I'm really doing a really strong, hard manual on the fight. So 107 on auto, man, that's crazy. Anyways, results. Kigiri, 268.9 million. He just popped over the top of Hex at A5. Now the Hex is A4. You have to mention that. So he's not going to be doing the maximum amount of damage he can do. He can definitely go up to like 300 million or so. But the fact that Kigiri went from 220 to 270, you're looking at a 50 million damage difference. Now we're at 268.9. Now the next thing I'm going to do is awaken that, or boost up that artifact by 2 more levels here. I'm really excited to see the difference here, because it should be an extra 4% damage, and that can actually equate to a lot more than it sounds like. When you're doing 300 million damage and you add 2%, you know, it ends up adding up to being a lot more damage than you think it is. But anyways, let's go to the artifact. We're going to boost this up. Let's go. Now you see that his damage went from 15% to 17%. Go ahead and level it up. All right. Now it's going to go from 17 to 19. So we should get an extra 4% boost. And 4% to be 4, 8. Let's say, hopefully 10 mil, I would think, getting off of this. Plus he's getting the extra attack from boosting up the artifact as well. So that's really nice too. Now, how's his BP? Still not at 100k. Probably have to max that out. Change his gear around a little bit. I could probably get a little higher, I'm sure, but no need, no need. Alright, so let's just jump into the fight. I'll see you right after this time lapse. Alright, here we go. 106.7k blood. It is an auto battle. They don't always work the way you intend them to do. Let's see what the damage results are. Coming out Kigiri, see how he does here. Alright. Total stats, 267.3 million. Doesn't seem like that really changed that much. X had some RNG as well. He always goes up and down a little bit. Then we have Twyla down here at 140. I know she can do better. Overall, I am extremely satisfied with getting my Kigiri at Awaken 5. It is definitely worth the investment. And you can see he definitely got like a 30% boost or so, or something along those lines, maybe 30 to 40. But if you consider the fact that last time I did my summer run on APOC 2, I did manage to get him over 1 billion. It was right on that edge of 1 billion. So taking him from that, I could definitely go up to that 1.3, 1.4 billion in the same kind of time range, which is definitely a big change. Anyways, is A5 Kigiri worth it? Absolutely. Should I have done Lust? I don't think so. Lust to be next. She's definitely going to be, she's on the list. She's definitely number 2 on my priority list to get up to Awaken level 5. And I will do so as soon as I possibly can. We do have an unpolished soulstone coming this Christmas that we're going to be able to earn and purchase in the little shop. Hopefully I can get lucky and get one somewhere else along the way. But anyways, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember to join the Discord. It's always down in the description of every single one of my videos. And we have hero guides in there, stage guides, takeovers, price guides, everything that you need in a good community. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep digging.